Although there was transfer of knowledge orally, people later began to keep accounts of livestock, trading, etc., and thus the physical manifestation of the spoken language, that is, writing, arose. Just like the discovery of fire and the invention of the wheel, writing propelled the way of living to a whole new level. There are evidences of cave paintings dating approximately 35,000 BC, where a story of a hunting expedition was told in the form of engravings on the rocks. But proper writing began in approximately 3500 to 3000 BC in the Mesopotamian civilization. This new means of communication helped to record the events of their time, their beliefs, and customs during that period. The Vedic period was followed by the Samhita period, which, according to available evidence, may be estimated to be from 1500 BC to the 4th to 5th century AD. The word Samhita literally means put together or a collection. It also refers to an authentic text on a particular subject. During this period, a number of treatises were written by various acharyas on different topics of Ayurveda. Till now, we have seen the descent of Ayurveda from Lord Brahma to Sage Bharadwaj, which concluded the Vedic period. After learning Ayurveda from Lord Indra, Sage Bharadwaj taught Ayurveda to Punarvasu Atreya, and he, in turn, taught it to his disciples Agnivesha, Bhela, Jatukarna, Parashara, Harita, Ksharapani, and others. This was called the Atreya Sampradaya. They compiled treatises in their own name, and Agnivesha's compilation was regarded as the best, which later came to be known as the famous Charaka Samhita, named on the redactor Acharya Charaka. There exists a difference of opinion in the descent of Ayurveda according to various schools or sampradaya. According to Dhanvantri Sampradaya, the descent of Ayurveda was from Lord Indra to Lord Dhanvantri or Kashi Raja Divodasa, and later to the Acharyas Sushruta, Aupadhenava, Aurabhra, Vaitarana, Bhoja, and others. But the Kashyapa Sampradaya differed in their opinion by saying that Acharya Kashyapa was the one who learnt Ayurveda from Lord Indra and passed it on to sage Vasishtha, who later passed it on to the sages Atri, Bhrigu, and others. Before we delve into the treatises of Ayurveda and their authors, let's go through some basics. Just as a man cannot be called perfect without the presence of Shadangas, that is, head, trunk, and the four limbs, a treatise of Ayurveda cannot be called a Samhita if it doesn't contain all the 8 branches of Ayurveda, namely Kaya, general medicine, Bala, pediatrics, Graha, psychiatry, Urdhvanga, ENT and ophthalmology, Shalya, surgery, Damshtra, toxicology, Jara, geriatrics, and Vrisha, that is aphrodisiac therapies. In the Samhita period, various treatises were written which incorporated all the 8 branches, but according to their individual interest, the authors have given importance to a particular or specific branch. For example, Atreya Sampradaya mainly dealt with Kaya Chikitsa or general medicine, whereas Dhanvantri Sampradaya gave importance to Shalya Tantra, that is surgery, and the Kashyapa Sampradaya mainly dealt with Balaroga or pediatrics. In the forthcoming videos, we'll elaborate about each author and their works. Thanks for watching.